Hey, good evening, good morning. Welcome to the RichBuddy live show. Thank you for joining. I'm your host, RichBuddy. Thank you for joining me for a mellow, very early or very late night stream, depending on where you're at. Join me for a morning cigarette, your coffee. I'm personally having a cigarette and a hot dog and French fries. It's 4:38 a.m. We're going to hang out for a little bit, and then we'll talk about some watches. I did send an invite to the rancher. We did send an invite to the rancher. We had a great show last night with Bud the Stud. If you missed it, make sure you check it out. Let's see if we can't get some more viewers to join us live. And maybe the rancher will pop his head in. Let's see. Never know. He usually does. All right. Let's see if we can get this bad boy lit. Deal with the pain. I hope the rancher joins. It'd be fun to have the rancher join us this morning. I'm sure glad the rancher is available to come on for these early morning live streams all the time, aren't you? It seems he much prefers to come on to my show rather than that scumbag show. Let's see. I've been wearing my Daytona. Can't seem to get rid of it. You know, I was looking at the Daytonas right now. They're at $45,000. You know, I always wanted a $50,000 watch, and it doesn't seem like I had to buy one. I only had to spend $14,000 on it. The dang market's going to take it to $50,000 while I'm holding it. Isn't that amazing? The Daytona is literally going for 5 times its value right now. Well, 4 times its value, right? I saw some good watches to check out on European watch companies, so I'm going to be doing that. Let's see about getting that set up here. Where do I have to go to do that? Let's see. Right here, share the screen. There we go. Is that it? Yeah, we'll hang out a little bit. I'm going to finish my hot dog here. Before we get started. Yeah. Come on, Rancher. Join the show. Are you going to court today? So what did Bud the Stud pick up? That was a 40-day date with Baguette Dial. I like that. If I was going to pick up a president, that's the exact same one I would have picked up. I would have either gone with that exact same gold dial or the black dial, but definitely with the baguettes. Anybody want to join and come on as a guest? Let me know in the chat. I'll shoot you a link. What's up, geezer? How you doing, pal? We need to hang out a little bit, let the meds kick in before we can get going here. I might have started the show a little prematurely. It's all good. We can hang out. You guys ain't got nothing going on, man. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. Ain't you all retired? Y'all either retired or disabled. That's how I ended up on these darn boob tube channels. I just popped my head on this morning and turned it straight, looked at European Watch Company and seen some pretty attractive watches on there. And I thought to myself, I want to scrounge around on the site and see what they got. Let's do that. Thank you for your patience. So let's do this. I love watches and watches love me. All right. This is the nicest Patek Philippe World Timer. This reference here. Let's go into it. Let's talk about this just a wee bit. So we like this over the prior models. One of the main reasons is for the size. They increased the size quite significantly. And I, in particular, like this real clear black on white font background. Very clear. You know, when something is contrasted just plainly black and white, even if you need glasses for up close vision, the contrast and the clarity of a black and white dial like this actually steps you up a couple of focal degrees to where you don't really need your glasses. You can see it. You can see it. The guilloche in the front, in the middle, I mean, is really amazing. If you look at that up close in person, this guilloche is just absolutely stunning. If you've ever seen one of these up close. The only thing that I did notice about it when I witnessed this watch is they did such a good job on contrast everywhere, less the hands. I mean, you know, the hands get lost in that guilloche a little bit, maybe a lot of it, maybe sort of. You know what I mean, though? You know how Patek uses white hands? They do it with the syringe hands. The syringe hands are always white. I mean, I think they should have done something with the hands on here. But that being said, you guys know that my favorite case design by Patek is the 9.6. And again, this is like the 9.6 case design. I just love that bezel. I love that bezel. It's a clean looking bezel. It's not old fashioned, although it harps back to the old first 9.6. You know, so it preserves that heritage. Yet it doesn't have the oldness of the past. The case is what I love on this World Timer as well. Micro rotor, that's nice. $52.5. Yeah, these did go up. These did go up. World Timer. What am I ever going to get one day as a World Timer? Am I going to get one of those Pateks or who knows what? I really like the Speedmaster that Bud picked up, the chronoscope that he was showing us last night. The Barracuda, that's one of my that's my favorite Blancpain, I think. Although we found one a few weeks ago, remember, that nobody ever talks about. I've never seen even a single person talk about the Air Command, was it? The Blancpain Air Command, I think it was called, which I thought that was the nicest looking references, you know, whatever creation by Blancpain right now is the Air Command. Nobody ever even mentions that watch or brings it up. And then this one, as far as the limited edition, 50 Fathoms, I do like this one a lot. I'm not sure what the stance is on faux patina. Do people like where do most people stand on the faux patina camp? Are they for it? Are they not for it? I don't have anything against it. I mean, I like this watch, but for some people, does that faux patina just make it an automatic no for them? I'm not sure. What's up, Orange? How you doing? I just think this is an attractive watch. I'll tell you what I couldn't believe when I came on this morning was the price of my Daytona right here. It's wild. 40, somebody bought this thing at 44 and a half. Is that unreal? I remember when Bud and I were talking about these, and we were wondering if they were going to touch 30,000. You remember those days? Wow. This is the one I'm wearing right now. I mean, it's got to be my favorite watch, I think. This one and the Hulk. I got lucky that I got this watch. You know, I mean, I feel really lucky that I got it. And I definitely deserved it from the standpoint of a customer relation with an AD. I'll tell you why. Because I had bought 6 Rolexes from them, all from the same store. I think kind of like as a thank you, as a reward, as a loyal customer, I was due this watch. But it wasn't there. I don't think I was on anybody's radar. Like, let's look out for RichBuddy and make sure he gets this. It just happened. So I feel very fortunate to have, been selected by my AD at the time when I got it. Hopefully that gives some weight to the loyal customer philosophy. Hopefully that gives weight to it, in that, I was a loyal customer to one particular place, loyal customer to one particular brand, and there for a number of years, a dozen years. And it just worked the way it was supposed to work. You know what I mean? Now that it's gone beyond crazy and I can't even get anything that I want or ask for, and it's kind of like they just even ignore me, at least up until this point, I was treated like a Rolex customer would want to be treated. There you go. That was a good explanation of it. Right? And so being treated as a perfect Rolex customer, as I was a typical Rolex customer, right? Right? I mean, you know, any typical professional person, you know, a lawyer, a doctor, um, just a business owner, a financial consultant, whatever, you know, buying watches from an AD, you know, 6, 7 Rolex, that's a lot of watches to have bought for a normal person. You know what I mean? The average professional person doesn't think of buying that many watches. So the program worked like it should have worked. When they gave me this watch, they sat me down and they wanted me to really understand in case I didn't, because the person who actually handed me this watch hadn't really dealt with me before. So they're not too privy as to what I know, what I don't know, how I feel about what am I, how I'm involved with watches. They just know I have them. But they sat me down and they wanted to make it very clear to me that they said, this isn't a watch that anyone can just buy. It doesn't matter how much money you have. She said, this is considered the Rolex VIP watch. That's what this is. And you can take this watch right now and go sell it for double what you're going to pay for it here today. I don't know if you know that. That's basically what the sales representative was explaining to me. So they wanted me to understand that I should really appreciate, what's going down. So it isn't like they just had a bunch of Daytonas and they threw one my way either. They knew exactly what they were giving me, and they're explaining it to me that way. So going on to my next point that I just coming up with right now is that I think all good Rolex customers were treated fairly and equally, like myself, up until that point. That point. What's that point? Well, I got this watch on April 19th, 2019. So I would say that point had to have come after this acquisition. And somewhere up in between this point and the super crazy watch hype. So what changed? The supply demand, the demand on the supply became so great that now the ability for the AD to treat the Rolex customer, the loyal Rolex customer like myself, like you guys, their ability's been hampered, right? They can't extend. They can't extend a sale to us. That's ridiculous, isn't it? They can't even extend a sale to us. So I feel, I guess what I'm trying to, what I'm arriving at, what I'm deducing from all this is that you shouldn't take it personal. Don't take it personal if you can't get your Rolex from your AD. RichBuddy can't get his Rolex from his AD. I mean, maybe, other people run around and juggle around a lot of ADs and different. Bud does. Bud has a lot of weight at a lot of different ADs. A couple in particular. I don't throw that kind of weight around though, like he does. Maybe some of you do, and some of you can get certain pieces. But classifying myself as the above average professional buyer, right? Like we just ran down. Who the fuck buys 7 Rolexes, right? Not the average person. Yeah, not the average person. Man, you go into the office where I used to work, and I'll be damned if you find any Rolexes, man. Those guys, as a matter of fact, ran circles around me financially, and very few of them had luxury watches. They all wore shitters, and that's the truth. So for them to see somebody with 7 watches or 12 watches like myself, like I've had a discussion with these guys just recently about that. They definitely see me as a hardcore watch collector. Hardcore. Not normal people don't buy 7 to 12 watches. Not at all. You're a watch collector. If you have, more than 2 watches, you're a watch collector. You're a weirdo. Okay, normal people don't have more than 2 watches, So normal people don't put as much money into watches as they do automobiles. And that's crazy too, to think that your watch appreciates more than the value of an automobile. That's just it's preposterous. Quite preposterous. My Porsche 911 actually doubled in value, which is quite preposterous. But they kind of appreciated just the same. The Porsche went from 20,000 to 45,000, and the Daytona, indeed, went to 45,000, just the same. Pretty crazy. Wasn't Bud saying last night that he wanted a full gold watch, a full gold Speedmaster? I like the broad arrow, gold-plated broad arrow hands. Not gold-plated, gold. And the fact that there's no date on here, and that there's an applied emblem, which I'm hoping would be in gold. Yeah, of course it would be. It's nice. It has a solid case back, nice and heavy. This watch would be pretty heavy. International watch. Oh, damn near 25 years old, huh? We're getting old. We're getting old. As hard as the Rolexes are hard to get now, and as my watch collection, but not only my watch collection, but my taste in watches matures, And besides the fact that I have all the Rolex references that pretty much everybody wants, that I would want. I feel the need to go back and buy some of the icons. That's just me. Like when I look up here and I see the Explorer. Well, I actually have an Explorer, vintage one, right? But even that modern one, I dig it. And the Milgauss there. You know, when I see those, something says to me, one day you're going to go back and buy those simple, staple, basic entry Rolexes, you know? Probably in particular the Arctic Explorer. Yeah, I really want that Arctic Explorer. Now, on the Sky Dwellers, the black dials are always my favorite ones right here. Always, always, always. On a Sky Dweller, I only dig the black dials. Only. I'm not fond of any other dial. And what's funny is that especially the blue dial, I don't like it. I especially don't like the blue dial. It's kind of funny, isn't it? You all know the blue dial goes for a tremendous premium. And then there's a Daytona with Arabics. You don't get those all too often. You know, this has really bright contrast. For the most part, the Daytonas are a little hard to read. I'm not going to lie. Is this a white gold? Yeah, it's white gold. $50,000. How y'all doing this morning? Huh? This one is a looker. This is a looker. Look at this. This one's absolutely gorgeous. I love the jet black applied numerals. Those look hot. The chocolate. I know it's a bit dark, but I got to tell you, man, I typically don't go for these. I was just telling Bud last night, I don't typically go for this style. It's too warm, very warm. But if I was going to go that route, man, this one's a looker right here. Yeah, and you know what? Looking at these, you just got to be so happy about Rolex never sticking a date wheel on a Daytona. Thank you, Rolex, for never blundering that watch, you know, into hell, you know. I mean, you want to ruin this watch? Add a date wheel to this watch, you know. Thank God they have their head on straight when it comes to date wheels and their non-use. This looks great. This is a good one, man. What do these run? 54,000. You know, man, these were just 37 grand all day long, weren't they? 38.5. These were 38.5 all day long just a year ago. What a pisser. I mean, what can you do? You can't buy everything, right? You can't buy everything. What did they do? They just added another line of watches here. They just added this right now. We're not into the Vacheron 56 in particular. I don't like this Blancpain. The bath escapes, those don't turn me on. And it's got the date indicator, especially in the place that I don't like it. This Blancpain looks pretty. It's got that dang date wheel too, where I don't like it. But I like this Blancpain. This ain't bad. It's a nice looking piece for 12 grand, actually. No bracelet. All case. They got great bezels. I love that wet look bezel, you know? Boy, the case back on Bud's chronoscope last night. Slick, huh? Beautiful, huh? Different than all the other Speedmasters. It's kind of like what they put on the back of their Constellations, actually. You don't expect that on the back of a Speedmaster. That was what they put on the back of a Constellation. Exactly what they put on the back of a Constellation. Oh, they added a whole bunch of watches just now. None of these were on here. All right. They added this Yachtmaster. Yachtmaster 1, this is my favorite Yachtmaster 1 right here. The rhodium dial with the sky blue or baby blue accents. This is my favorite Yachtmaster 1. Love it. Yeah, I like this one. If I was going to do Yachtmaster 1, bam, this is it right here. Date 1967, wouldn't touch it. Explorer 1 new model, 12,003. What do those go for? Is that a $9,000 watch retail? Let's check it out. I'm going to go to Rolex.com real quick. Oh, man. $7,200. Whoa. They're out of their mind. I ain't going to give you 12,300. So that's everything they added right here. These first 3 rows. You know, I was looking for white dials. There's a white dial Rolex right here. I could almost get a 41 Datejust. That's a bit boring, though. I'd prefer to get the Arctic Explorer. How much are those going for now? I waited too long to get that. Oh, there's a Snoopy, 32.5. That's wild, you know? I mean, I'm paid in full on that watch, $10,300. Paid in full for 13, 14, no, how long now? 15 months now. I'm paid in full on that watch. 15 months now. But hey, 10.5 and it's 32.5. So it's worth waiting. Man, this is a sexy watch right here, without a doubt. You know, I should have had an AP discussion with Bud last night. Next time we talk watches, I'm going to have a discussion with him about AP and what he thinks I should get, what he thinks I should be on the wait list for, because, you know, I started a relationship with AP now, and I only put myself down for the Royal Oaks, you know, Jumbo, and, you know, the 155 series. I wish they had a back button on this browser. Now that's a hot watch. The 5905 annual calendar chronograph. This watch without the chronograph sucks. But the chronograph makes it hot. Oh, did you know that it was a dot over 90 bezel? Look at that. It's a dot over 90 bezel. Oh, fuck. It's a dot over 90 bezel, huh? Man, that looks nice. I wonder what that looks like, you know, up close in person. You know, the AD, he told me that in person, this watch is stunning. the case back. But he said, trust me, the Ed White 321, he said it blows this Snoopy away. You believe that? Do you believe that? Oh, man. Oh, shit. Hold on. I'll be back. It would be kind of cool as if the Snoopy waved at you when he was going by, like if it was a little video. It comes with some nice little gadgets, I guess. Well, a lot of people said they didn't like it because it's gimmicky. 32,000 gimmicky. I knew this watch was going to go up in value as much as the other Snoopy. I knew it was. You knew people were going to fall in love with the blue. Come on, you know how hot blue is. The blue is so hot, you know. How could you not know that people were going to freak out on the blue, right? Man, I'm almost scared to touch the Hulk to see what the price on the Hulk is. What do you think the Hulk sold for? Let's take some guesses, guys. It's going to be preposterous. Any guesses on what the Hulk's gone for? It's sold. What guess? What do you think the Hulk sold for? I'm going to say, man, I'm going to throw a number out there. That's crazy. I'm going to say 30,000. I'm going to say 30, which I know is high, but I'm going to say 30. What are you guys going to say? $30,000 is what I'm saying. $25. Let's see. $28.5. Wow. That's incredible. Yeehaw. Yeehaw. You know, it's like you're a cowboy riding on a bull, and Rolex is the bull, man. Yeehaw. That's insanity. I mean, if the Daytona didn't go up in price, right, and this continued to go up because it was a discontinued reference, right? Imagine this would be the same price as a Daytona. You know, a Daytona used to be $28.5. We were debating whether they're going to hit 30. Remember? That's just now we're looking at Daytona's hitting 50 G's. Wow. It's kind of fun. I'm not going to lie. It's kind of fun. It's a lot of fun, actually. If you have some of these things, it's fun. If you're looking to buy them, it's not as much fun. I'm sorry. Oh man. Oh, so Watch and Pray sent me an Instagram message the other day and said, "Hey Rich, all the 5196 was discontinued. You know that geezer? The 5196 Calatrava was discontinued." Wow. What's that going to do to the prices of the 5196s? Huh? So, you know, I love this. What do you think of this, geezer? I love this watch. Man, I so want one of these. I really love this watch. You know what? So you see how the seconds dial there at 6 o'clock, how it's so simplistic. It's literally line drawing. And there's something so simple about that look that makes it look like, man, I just love it. It's so crazy. And I dig how they went with the 2 rows of hobnail this time. You know what I mean? I love how they went with the 2 row of hobnail. I love the giant plots, the giant gold plots at the end of each hour marker. Those giant plots, you see them there? Man, this watch just, I mean, simple dress watches, man, this just knocks it out of the park. This is killer. This is killer. So I'm going to, at one point, I'm going to want to compare a yellow gold and a white gold and decide which one do I want to get, yellow gold or white gold. But I think I'm going to want to get one of these at retail from an AD. And I look at that. It's got a see-through case back too, right? I forgot about that. And it's a brilliant see-through case back. I like it. I like it. The micro rotors hidden. This is the best release of the year right here. Best new release, hands down. Look at that crown. That crown is gorgeous. Hands down, best new release goes to Patek Philippe for year 2021. Without a doubt. Nothing came close to this watch. I keep forgetting that you can take the strap off just by hand with that little pin right here. You see that? Yeah. Now, the hobnail bezel on this, just to point out, I'd like to point out, makes it more formal. It does make it much more formal, in my opinion, so that, let's say I have this one and I have my 5196. My 5196 I can wear with a t-shirt and blue jeans as a casual wearer. But this one here, no. This one is this is a formal wear watch. I'd probably go white gold with it, especially that being said. Oh, you have there's a new Air Command in blue, no Fatina, nice. I love this watch. I love this watch. Whoa, 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 whoa. What was the price on that? Whoa, 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 whoa. Slow down a minute. They're selling that used for 35? Is that what that was? Where's that watch at? 35. I mean, retail on that's got to be $26. So I guess that's telling me there's a wait list on Calatravas at the AD, huh? Is that what this is telling me? Because there's no way this watch is $35,000 at an AD. I'm going to say 26,000 max. And they're looking for a $9,000 premium. I wonder what the power reserve is on this puppy. Okay. I'll take a little smoke break here while we take a look at the Batman. Oh, shit. Ah. Huh. Hmm. All right. Let's see here. Oh, I like this. These retro gray paddocks have always been one of my favorite. Oh, yeah, I love this. You can't go wrong for the price either. $70,000. These are hot. I prefer the version without the Roman numerals, though. I don't like this skinny font. It's too thin and hard to read. It's like it's not almost not even there. So I like the version of this watch without that skinny font. You know, if the Romans were not skinny, I'd be okay with them. But I especially do not like the Roman numerals on center there. They're all skinny as well. But I love this style watch, exactly this style watch. There's different versions for it. It's got a hunter case back, which means that it opens with a swing back case. Which is an absolutely incredible design feature, having the hunter case back. They're a lot of fun. They bring a lot of shine to the watch. And they bring a lot of character to the watch as well. It's great how they accent the watch with all the blue second numbers in the second track. This is an extremely impressive watch right here for 70 grand, man. Somebody wore this thing. I seen them wear this thing. That they win most impression award, man. This thing's hot. That's hot. It's a freaking Grand Comp. I mean, this is some of the best placement of complications of any modern watch, where they put the moon phase, where they how they design a retrograde date, the leap year on center, the date and month, at 9 and 3 o'clock like that. It just for them to be able to engineer the movement so that it can lay on the dial that way, man, impressive. That's a hell of a watch. That is a 5159 is what they call that one. Hey, check this out. Let's give props to Vacheron here. Look at this. Look at that. That's hot. Now that's different. When have you ever seen the date window up at 12 o'clock quite like that? That is different. Cheers, man, to this. Cheers, man. Hell yeah, that's a great looking watch. That's a great white dial, actually. That doesn't seem so bad for $25,000. Doesn't that seem reasonable? It seems like it's a new watch. That's a new reference number, huh? I don't think I've seen this before. Oh man, all right, I gotta cut the stream, man. I can't go on anymore. Man, I feel like somebody threw me off a building.
Yeah. Let's see.